Hey everybody, Joel Urway here, and welcome to day 12 of how to launch a 6- and 7-figure product from scratch, my daily video blog. All right, so yesterday was Thursday, January 26th, and some good news. I made my first sale with my ConvertPro product, $297 per month. So somebody took just the month-to-month option. So how is that happening? Because what also happened yesterday was I was supposed to have a live webinar, and due to unforeseen circumstances, I could not have that because I had the cable guy show up 15 minutes before my live webinar. Very frustrating, but this stuff happens, right? So how did I get my sale without having a live webinar? So as some of you may know, I'm also running another funnel on the side, which is a high-ticket application funnel. So I'm running ads to bring people in as done-for-you webinar clients and webinar consulting clients. And so my sales guy who's on the phone, he downsells them for anybody who's not a good fit or they don't have enough money to pay for done-for-you services. We downsell them into the ConvertPro product. So we finally got our first sale yesterday, which is great. Really exciting about that. And we've also been running into some issues with the ads for the live webinar. And so I've gotten a lot of people that watch the replay and give me feedback on the live webinar. So we're going to pivot our strategy a little bit. I'm going to talk to you about what we're doing in the upcoming week, because right now we're not going to do a live webinar next week. We're actually going to be turning it into automated, and we're going to test about $1,000 in ad spend for the automated webinar to see what happens, right? So here's the strategy, and here's my plan moving forward for next week. So I was talking to the guy who's building my funnels for me, and I asked him if he could build me the auto webinar funnel, and so it's going to be a simple cold traffic ad straight to the auto webinar registration page, and then they watch the webinar and they either buy or they don't buy. A couple of things that I'm going to be testing during this auto webinar, and I think it's actually going to be really, really, really effective. And I'm excited to share it with you because what I've been noticing over the past couple of, I've been testing this with some other funnels and testing this with some other clients and their webinars and whatnot. And I think that in the direct marketing industry and when we run ads, we try to come across with these messages of saying, hey, I've got this webinar. I'm going to teach you about X, Y, and Z, and boom, like, come learn, right? But we don't ever tell them from the get-go that we've got something to offer them. So I've got my high-ticket funnel right now that is producing applications for ridiculously cheap, and it's really, really effective. And so I'm going to be able to sell my ConvertPro membership from that. I'm going to be able to sell my Webinar Accelerator product from that, and I'm going to be able to sell all my services from that, right? And so we're generating appointments for around $10 to $20 each. And the reason why that is so effective, I believe, is because when I'm doing my ads, I'm not hiding anything from them. I tell them right in the ad that I'm looking to help them, right? I've got an offer for them, and if they want to take me up on this offer, then click through and apply and whatnot. And so this whole concept of like putting them through a funnel, like I love funnels, and I think that they've got their place, but for certain services, it's like when you open up the Yellow Pages, right? You open up the Yellow Pages, you open up your newspaper, your local newspaper ad, and your services, you've got service coupons in there, you've got service ads saying, hey, come in here and check out what I've got to buy, right? They're not putting them through a funnel. It's like when somebody who has a need for a service, they've got, like, they're already educated. They already know what they want. They're just looking for the best option or the best person, right? So just give them the offer. And I think a lot of times we overthink this, especially for any of you who have got service offers out there. Like, tell your story in your ad and let them know, like, hey, if this is a good fit, then I can definitely help you out. And so, go check out my website here, and if it makes sense, then apply and let's set up a call or watch my video, and then if it makes sense, then buy my product. And so moving forward, I'm going to be doing all these tests because it's been working so well for me that, even for my webinar, my auto webinar especially, I don't want to get people on my list to watch the webinar who are not interested in buying. So in my ad, I'm actually going to tell them, like, hey, I've got a product at the end, but first, here's what it's going to do for you. You're going to be able to create high converting sales presentations in one sitting, and this is what helps people make 7 figures per year in their sales and their webinars and whatnot. So I'm going to tell them that I've got an offer at the end, but before they before they, and I'm also going to tell them my guarantee, which I actually pay people to complete the course, right? That's part of what I want to do in ConvertPro and the Webinar Accelerator. I want to pay people to complete the course and make their first sale. So I'm going to tell that to them in the ad as well. So they know the guarantee. They know they're going to have an offer, and I think it's going to be pretty effective. So, the reason why I'm telling you guys all this is because I'm pivoting for $1,000 in ad spend. I'm going to stop doing the live webinars because I've just been running into hurdle after hurdle for whatever reason. And my ads have been, I haven't been able to get enough volume onto my live webinars to really make a sale. But I've had enough people see it and give me feedback on it, which is the most important thing. You want to have people give you feedback on it. And I know that I've been revising my webinar the past couple of days. And yesterday I spent about an hour and a half revising my webinar. I know it's going to crush. I'm super excited for it because I got some great feedback. I'm like, okay, now I see where I was missing the disconnect there. And so I'm going to run this auto webinar, probably do it every hour. I'll never tell people that it's a live webinar, but I'm like, hey, I got a presentation for you. I want you to watch it. And if it makes sense at the end, buy my product. Here's what it'll do for you, right? So it's all going to start with the pre-framing in the ad, and then I'm going to give them the presentation, and I'm excited. So I'm going to risk one sale. So it's $997. So I'm going to spend $1,000 in ad spend, and hopefully it'll crush. I just want to get more people to see this webinar, see this presentation, and that's what I'm doing this week. So today, I also scheduled a bunch of more podcast interviews coming up the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited about that. I'm having a blast doing these podcast interviews. So anyway, got my first sale, moving forward, ready to scale, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So that's what I got for you, day 12. And so today I just got back from giving I had to take my son to the doctor's office. He had to get pediatric shots, and giving your son shots is not fun. Watching your infant, your toddler, your 4-month-old get shots is not fun. So anyway, he's sleeping now, so I get to come back and do some work, and I'm excited. So that's what I got for you guys today. Go crush it if this makes sense. Go ahead and just like and comment and share these videos with other entrepreneurs who are struggling, other entrepreneurs who want to see what the grind looks like to build, launch, and scale 6- and 7-figure per year businesses. It's Joel Irway here signing off, and take care.